Hello everybody, it's Tracy. Okay, so I have a project to share with you today. So, it's a Christmas project. You guys, I have been struggling. With my Christmas projects. For some reason, I have no mojo for Christmas projects. And I have all of this stuff that I want to do. And I haven't done much of anything. I just do not know. But you know what? I am just not going to worry myself about it. I'm not going to stress. If it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start this year. I'm going to start doing Christmas throughout the year so that I don't have so much pressure in December, which is what always happens, and I never get as much done as I want, etc. So anyway, on to this project. I created some ornaments and I used these. Now, I got this idea from Gloria at Crafty Cake 7, I believe. Yeah, Crafty Cake 7, Gloria. She created some an ornament using the circle die, not die, but the circle thing like this. What are these called? Shaker shapes. And hers was so adorable, and when I saw that, my mind started spinning, and I said, oh my goodness, I could do that. I have a whole bunch of different shapes that I got like her from Joann's at on Black Friday. I bought a ton of these things, but there's a catch with them, which I will show you after I show you my project. But anyway, so this is what I used. I used the ornament and the ornament cards, the stocking and the stocking cards. I'm going to show you my projects. And this is that. Okay, so I did this one first. And what I did is I took the card and I used a Spellbinder's die and I just cut an oval out of the card, the one layer of the card with the opening, and I painted it with some silver paint and some silver glitter paint, and hopefully you can see that. Then I cut another oval. These are all Spellbinder's dies, and then I cut a big scalloped oval. Okay, so I did layers. Here I used some silver rickrack. And of course the shaker bits are in there. I used I think that's Pretty Pink Posh. Is it? Let me make sure. Nope. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's Pink and Maine. These dies. So I used a Pink and Maine bow die here with some bling and some ribbon. The back is also covered in paper. And how could I forget? I used the Sugar Blush paper from Michael's Hot Buy. This is what I used, okay? And so I used some of the paper for the back, and I cut 2 pieces of 110-pound cardstock that I sandwiched in between this layer and this layer out here. Okay, and I did do some distressing with Distress ink, and I forgot which color, but it's Distress ink. And so that is my ornament, totally inspired by Gloria, and it shakes. Okay, so that's that one. And then I did this one. Now, mind you, both of these ornaments took me a week to make. Well, I made one and then I couldn't do anything, and then I made another one after a week. Alright, so what I did here is basically the same thing, except I used circle die, and I used this, I I don't even know what it's called, but I'm going to call it a star-shaped die. And these dies are the, what are they? They are still spellbinders, but they don't sell them anymore. I wish they did. The Grand Nestabilities. And this one is called the Grand Dahlia. That's what it's called. So, they are really big. And this one is a Grand Nestability too. So like I said, I basically did the same thing. The only difference is right here for this layer, I just embossed it. I didn't paint it, I just embossed it with Snowflake Tinsel by Ranger. So I just used the Versamark, coated it with Versamark and embossed the whole thing. And then everything else is the same, just a different shape. Okay. And then there's the back. Alright. So those are my ornaments, and I really wanted to do them in pink and silver because my Christmas tree for the last 2 years, this will be my 3rd year with the pink and silver Christmas tree, which is so pretty and I love it so much. But I think my youngest daughter is getting a little tired of it. She might want the traditional tree again next year. We'll see. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you or mention about these cards and shakers. So I got a bunch of these. I went crazy because they were 60% off, and I think it was like an extra percentage off on Black Friday. So I got all of these shapes. Okay? And so when I went to, I started out with this tree one. I was going to make an ornament with the tree shape. And when I went to do that, I discovered something really strange. They do not really line up. So, check this out. Okay. Look at how they don't really line up. Can you see that? You see how there's a space up here? It's just not lined up properly. So of course that was a bummer, and I just moved on to another one. But to my sad surprise, it is like that with most of them. Here's the mug one. Let me show you. So I don't know if I just got a bad batch, or maybe it's supposed to be that way, but I don't think so. Because these two, the stockings and the ornament line up perfectly. Because look, if you notice on the ornaments, they just line up perfectly. There's no space. They just fit snugly in the die cut, in the opening. This is the same thing right here. See how that moves around? And you can see the white liner right here. And no matter how I move it, it's like that. It just does, and you can see it's much smaller. It just doesn't work. And it's the same thing for this heart. The only one I did not open and try are the sweaters. And I just got tired of it and I didn't try it, and I don't know. So, yeah. That's a bummer. I don't know what's up with that. Being that they were so inexpensive, I just don't feel like taking them back because I can still use them in other ways. So I'm not even going to worry about it, but I just thought that I would mention it and ask if any of you notice the same thing. Anyway, so those are my projects, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.